Abusia NPP MP, Reverend in Team Fojo. Bibia Boko, they like, Bibia okay.
We call on national security to make full disclosure of the content of the cargo carried by these two aircraft into the country, as well as the cargo carried out of the country by the same aircraft to Gran Canaria.
Anytime a chairman Rebecca Sebiaro, he sucks at, kind of getting his point across, and as they even trying to make sense of a seminar or kind of.
Public is hereby assured that the mighty minority will not rest and relent until credible communication on the status of the 12 containers filled with gold and cash is transparently made to the general public by the Minister for the Interior with additional responsibility for national security and corporates duly prosecuted.
After President Mahama the first State of the Nation address, the chairman because Mahama figures be on Maya in regards to free education, and that figures was wrong.
Also, for the record, students who have benefited from the free SHS since its inception are about 3.4 million.
After the Mahama kind, no, those Babe Kebi say, oh, the Mahama Bekai and figures were wrong. No, maybe me and tell you.
Beneficiaries are benefited. Free SHS, 3.4. Said your Mahama kind, 3.5 million beneficiaries.
Afterwards, but follow the Kakra, or Shen Sema Chama Kra. Nisem means is ye.
No be I went to me and fix it doom so. Nas will be trying to talk so me fix it doom so until my baby me fix the economy. Nas Shana no ahwani.
Ninina is part of the NPP agenda right now. Do things and be a bit distract man for the Ghanaians from the good works NDC for a statue of Muyi. But latest one we see a trasu kakra a ma kind of chama aso ya yeshi. 2 flights be about 5 days Ghana Kotoka. Ebusia chama say because of baby a flight ni free babe drew Ghana never be di Ghana 5 days ni baby free Ghana ko anything no. Yeah, President Mahama any NDC for no ebusia right now they are dealing in cocaine.
We are reliably informed that contrary to the expectation that the Air Med flight would carry patients, the purpose for which it was designed and operates, it rather on this occasion carried suspicious cargo suspected to be cocaine and cash in various United States dollars denominations.
Now all these allegations in Abusia no kure bi anim yentro they know say yentro. After that NDC for more communications Felix Kwachi Ofosu I think some of the press statement by Senior Chairman and kan nyina yentro.
I say that he was peddling falsehood because the facts as they exist vary completely from the claims that he made.
Afterwards, me say Felix Kwachi Ofosu Abusia what they can or be press video or chere say. Yeah, NPP for can answer specifically in team for you can no kure bi anim. Na flight anybody be drew Ghana from I think the other African country. Flight ni be drew Ghana and I think the flight na the ties me nu say. Nti no mu ya so be replace ties no. Plain tie and te say Ghana say car tie a PC Ghana ba bia benya bi atọ no da bi da. Nti na ye so mo kra no mo di biba no afedo mo tim de fix ties no. Then a man for now no more crew members na never flight no. Ye so mo be duru o ma bre Ghana is a beautiful country. Ebuzo o mo ti see town na mo kokọ rest kakra. Kopem say o mo wie flight no ho no ma.
2 aircraft with completely different purposes arrived in Ghana. Now the purpose for arriving in Ghana was what we call a technical stop.
Now when the NPP for say flight no mu no ma no, there be a cocaine. But not knowing there's an NDC for they are a step ahead of them. No more video footage. No more flight in no. There be that a oil hunwama, a jerrycans of oil and then kind of oil rig and hunwama. No cocaine is no more Canadian. No could be any.
Rebel Team for has failed to honor the invitations extended to him by national security because he does not have a shred of evidence and he will never be able to provide any evidence to back his claim because none of the things that he said were true.
That time the fellas quite for so was your be disprove bibia. But before that, in 1948 in radio stations in just say or your kind of radio tour just to put that agenda and forward they say NDC for buy they are dealing in cocaine and I'm say chama.
Credible in intel that indicating that some suspicious movements to and from the flight occurred and for which they suspect carrying cocaine and cash.
After fellas watching a press statement, and team for you and I call back to radio tour. I want to say the man be carry be out. Credit say no evidence here tracing from Kotoka company for Ghana Airports Company Limited Kotoka branch. I trace the fellas can move no credit him and abusia. Kotoka for an the press statement by abuja bet this food asemna. Dim for your kind. Ghana Airports Company Limited, a press statement say the attention of the management of Ghana Airports Company Limited has been drawn to media publications making false allegations concerning the involvement of Ghana Airports Company Limited officials in passing false information to one Reverend in Team Forjo, who has made allegations of drug trafficking regarding 2 aircraft landing at Kotoka International Airport some weeks ago. It is important to state that what was our press statement say it is important to state that landing permits of all aircraft entering Ghana are issued by the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority in conjunction with the National Security and not Ghana Airports Company Limited. All security checks were conducted by Aviation Security and National Security, while ground handling services were conducted by Sweet Spot Company for the aircraft that arrived. The checks are to make sure say no contraband. All those checks were done. 3. There were no evidence of any illegal substances on board both aircraft. Domo check any Ekoko we ejire na nsemo ntim for you ka say ye cocaine na uzia na cocaine na bi white powder, white Jesus na bi nim. 4. The managing director, Mrs. Yvonne Nana Friopare, does not know or has never met or spoken to Reverend Intim Fodio. This is a lawyer. There's a lawyer for air cancer, man. They want to make sure the emphasis is very clear to let you properly understand. Say, as a much we can no could be any nipa or sighted and it's interesting. 5. The onus is on the groups of individuals making false allegations to provide evidence of same. Yeah, the more I'm making those false allegations, more from evidence. Says Ghana Airports Company Limited hereby serves notice that the company will not hesitate to seek legal redress against any media house, individual, or any other entity for any intentional or mischievous publication on Reverend Tim Forge's false allegations and related matters that seek to bring the image of the company, its managing director, or the government into disrepute regarding the 2 aircrafts. So Abusia, Ghana Airport Company Limited here, they are not afraid to go to the court to make sure say the proper things are done or said. This was dated 8th April 2025. And then NPP for in the media space, you see that they are trying to push that agenda, but propaganda so but MPK. So they had to recruit other people. So to some point, what they were doing, it was like, what are you guys doing? I said, making some false allegations, and to time of man as saying. And then issue order man national security in conjunction with Ghana police. Chama any fear, Reverend Tim for you any fear. Say because if any other person be and they make those allegations and you're not crena, Abusian can find any action. You kind down time, something similar happened, and then do what best was this year. It is anybody MP who should know better. That's why no make those false allegations now. Nani say man mre wo Ghana reni nidi. National security ko ni fi say make say the camera to so say make say MPP for afenyo market kwajo ponkroma. All the big NPP people ni na like the small people no more parliament na ye form nya hwi say no. Ye hio momwa o parliament. I say make say no mo do chairman any fear they are granting interviews they are talking about this and I'm say chairman. The fact is why MP no doesn't mean that he is above the law. If so can say menya no kra, abuzi azemra ni. Oliver Baka did not know about something in regards to coup. NPP for Oliver Baka do Ghana na chi ni tum. O ti ase ye di man ye ni an NP NDC for ba omuzo moja case no. Ndine say MP kan say business enya no kra ye ntro ono an kasa nim say ye ntro a. Na say the evidence ya ba chiro say ne wo dwen na enya sa. Instead of so ba pache ono there be that. Afi kra na make it things worse. I'm say okay. Then you better one casa.
So, arrest you sitting, then class. Speaker being released. I don't want they should arrest all of us. All of us.
What NPP for person munya free when say? Omun cause one cancel. Now for the show say, okay, NDC for cancel man near Babecho and there is an unrest be a country in regards to a man for a canocre. But that is not the case. Mood ditro. And then the president didn't pay him for. They say some trona moodino. It's neither here nor there. In the Zabuba cancer, say no cra. say the things na truth no. Now fair whatever repercussions they will not fair you're dealing with it. But if there's a no win, you balance over be deemed to us and be go up binding things and be a binding normal power starting what the back of our mouth will be the
Member of Parliament. Then you bring people here armed to the teeth. Certainty. Then they should arrest all of us.
What is happening in there? What is happening?
Say why me here interview one of them people in penny boni be no business in team for you and some or can evidence.
Does Reverend Team Fojo have evidence?
Sorry?
Does he have evidence?
Who teach chairman how or try defended that in team for you guy that we say you say chairman the defense in the crazy so he can't even answer a simple question like that.
How do you find out if he has evidence?
I'm asking you.
I'm coming. I will answer your question. How do you ask if he has evidence? To send 20 NIB gun-wielding people to go and ask him?
That's not what I'm asking.
I'm asking you, but that's what they have done.
I am asking you. Does he have evidence?
Let me tell you. You asked a question earlier to answer your question of evidence.
Me say back and forth sign, then you hear the chairman, no timu the chairman, and you go say same part and you tewa we. It would have been best. Say ka won't already I can say TV show no so cra. At least you know, at least you know, be more evidence kakra.
Already I've told you that you are not expecting Team Fojo to carry a handful of. Well, I'm getting.
That's fine, but I'm asking.
So what evidence are you asking for?
You, as the director of communications for the party, and someone who has been following this matter very closely, you were in his house yesterday.
Yeah.
Are you personally? Yeah. You know, do you have information whether he has the evidence?
So let me ask you that question.
You are not answering my question.
No, I'll answer your question. I think I've answered your question.
Does he have evidence?
Chairman Team for new evidence we are. NPP are trying to create the impression say NDC for right now are dealing in kind of normal illegal. Remember you say NDC for person Ghana for etio mutum no mu so mo ye adwuma. Say na be ya mahama free akunya so the next 4 years now. The next person it will be easier for them to get that person elected because that person, the task will be a little bit difficult because Ghana for him a first time that person be running for the presidency So they want to do anything beyond team to make sure that Mahama in 4 years we say they build something that next person can build upon. So if this is NDC for vision and target and mindset, why would they stop that and go into dealing drugs 3 months in office? Does that even make sense? Say kaka 3 months I'm on free office crowd and that never okay. At least that makes sense. But 3 months was a 4 months in more assuming office, and then you are saying that they are delayed. Come on. You guys gotta do better than this.
Constitutionally, you cannot just pick up a member of parliament like that. And more so when the caucus, the entire minority caucus, is holding a press conference on a matter, and I'm elected to address it or he's elected to address it. And you send about 20 gun-wielding, AK-47-wielding NIB officers to his house for what?
Some Team Fojo wants to talk. What I say, even what the press conference will only fear after national security go on. You do what people are not marking poetry and say,
You are live on TV. Nobody can cover anyone. Truth will stand. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you.
In some time, I forge I think the big can on Twitter will say, during 8 years of Akufo-Addo's leadership, no opposition MP was harassed by state security for calling for probes. Yeah. And on any net. Mo free akunya so hwe scandals ahodo pa NPP for mo involved in. Eduru baabi mo ankasa mo party members MPs they are fighting the NPP ankasa, not NDC for they fighting mo ankasa na mo fighting mo. And then it said during the time of NPP no se na ka mo serious pass mo pagan and kan kwa. Nka manfo bi no mo ye no ma enkoyia ka you probe into it regardless of say nipa no join no party and non join no party. Time and NDC for most corrupt, whatever. You had all the opportunity to go after those corrupt people. You chose not to, or you didn't. This is NDC for now so go after more. Keep quiet and then let them do their jobs.
Reverend cannot be made an example. No. Reverend is not a loner. He is never. He has not walked alone. Yes. He will never walk alone.
Rashid Tanko, or sit down now and catch him and Team Fojo press conference. Saturday na na yesenke kwache no.
even the security agencies, they wasted time. The day he held the press conference, he should have been arrested on that day. You see, an honorable person like that should be the first person respecter of the law.
The crazy bit is the airline in question, AirMed, the other one, AirMed, the one, I think it's a journalist be from Ghana, reaching out to Omo to find out, say, what is the truth. They're not playing BBC Ghana, Baba Ye. And then no more response in the Ghana web, no more supposed to be seen. And almost state exactly near Felix Kwacho for Sukai, and I say, on March 20th, 2025, AirMed International Aircraft departed the United States for a scheduled international patient transport. As part of the planned flight path, the aircraft made multiple stops for fuel, including a stop at Kotoka International Airport in Ghana, Accra. Is it the crazy thing is? So only many things about flights, which I know perfectly well, saying team for Johnny MPP in penny phone be bringing. Based on the flights and the KCM, anybody determined by be a bit me a quadru. Into no shy your jet to be a bit more travel for 4 hours, your jet to be a bit more travel for 8 hours. Depending on the jet chrono, nobody determined by be a bit me a quadru. Or just a MF flights and a your flight is a smaller flight. The news is have smaller flights from USA. Rwanda, back Ghana. Obejina so many places to refuel. Send a bit in there to one account so. Into them stopping in Ghana, no. Refueling was one of the reasons, and also the tires, it was busted. Videos and footages are there. Clearly, Abuzia, omuhia extra parts are omo de be repair. And again, Ghana, you need airplane tie. Your planes for Ghana. So they have to actually wait, send a the necessary parts, no. Omo de papa no mo de ba wi a afi de omo to omo kwantu so ne na twetwe MPP for be say flight in free Ghana no e say ko Spain Gran Canaria hozo yenim say omo de lay nkoku o ntino say ho na fire there then it say NDC for the president Mahamman na busuan for whatever we say omo de lay nkoku, which is neither here nor there. You just need common sense and then you can solve all this. Otwa AirMed statement this one. Upon landing in Ghana, the aircraft experienced a maintenance issue. 2 blown tires that required replacement. No patient was on board at the time. To address the mechanical issue, a second aircraft was dispatched with the necessary replacement parts, supplies, and 2 maintenance technicians. Over the next several days, repairs to aircraft N823AM were completed and it returned to the US on March 25th. Following standard protocols and the required rest period for the flight crew on its return flight, N823AM made a planned fuel stop at Gran Canaria Airport. According to TTMP before Akumakura. And almost I'm trying say they are available for any kind of mubia if necessary.
So, in a nutshell, the claims of Intim Fojo are false. He cannot prove it. That is why he is running away from the investigative bodies. He is unable to provide any shred of evidence.
So right now, no. That NPP whole story, no, it was false. They wanted to create something because they have more times on their hands. Imagine what parliament business also. Say here, say approve BB. They don't really need you guys. So it's kind of you have more time on your hands. You don't know what to do with it. So let's create in Sembia and no crescent be a month for because okay, so I say it here. NDC for buy omo delay in cook. Find the bet now buy so. First 3 months. Really? Are we serious at all?
If people who are supposed to be called honorables are behaving so dishonorably, if people who are supposed to be called reverend and they are behaving so unreverently, it is time to relegate them to where criminals belong.
This story is crazy. I'm a full brain and a who break down. Well, this is it.
You are live on TV. Nobody can cover anyone. Truth will stand. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you.
Tap send. The numero uno. Mobile app. Abusia betim dia send this car command. Dofo ewo Ghana. So Italy, Germany, Europe, USA, even Dubai. Now person send this card the brand of Ghana. App where so you tap send. Apple App Store and Google Play Store na download right now for 2 phones. Because how they send this card command of BR. Until we levy Untuashe, exchange rate in wasoro, it's fast, it's secure, it's all the good things and mouth trouble. Omu security a top notch, and I first time I could download the app now use the send this car. Ubo code Magra help Shema, depending on baby I want. You better see a chowska. I'm at the ska was sending on. Dear Buzas on your starting use to tap sender. Make conform our neck. If you know more mobile wallet, I was your betting me load do no with ska. The times I was send this kind of command for Ghana. Nan yafe na be connected to bank. Dabi. Oh tap wallet no. The fast na is what send ko. Tap send the abusia mean conform enough. This a when you use tap send ya. Ko Apple App Store and Google Play Store na ko download no right now.
Tap send. Papa no.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel for videos like this every day. Till we meet again, abusia.